GM Mr. Ramesh Rao is there, and my colleague Mr. Dhanpat Singh is there. So I would like the participants who have joined through VC to introduce themselves along with their institution. Please.
Hi, this is Ujjwal here, product head from Pahal Financial Services. Along with me on the call, Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, who is the zonal head of Bihar, is there.
Hi everyone, it's me Amitesh Kumar. I am Chief Operating Officer and CFO of Middle Microfin, and along with me, my colleague Mr. Maninder Kumar, who is heading our credit vertical, and Structured Finance Head Mr. Bhimanshu, Chartered Accountant Mr. Bhimanshu Gupta is here. So we three of us are here on the call.
Yeah, welcome, Mr.
Hi, myself Shubhashish Paul. I am from Asha International India. I am working as GM Finance of the organization.
Welcome, Ji Subhash.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, hello. This side Samim Akhtar from Second Credit Care. I'm from the Finance and Treasury Department. So me along with Manish sir has joined in this VC call.
So welcome, Shamim Ji. And my once again for interruption, my CGM Mr. Rajesh Vihari has also joined the VC.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Welcome in this VC meeting. And राव साहब का परिचय हो ही
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, madam.
Hi, I'm Sangeeta. I'm from Sadhan. I handle membership development vertical of Sadhan. Thank you.
So, madam, let's begin.
Yes,
I
sir.
have created, I have charted down some points for discussion.
Yeah.
है ना? Let's begin with the first phase, that is 2023. In some of the proposals, we have observed that there is some deviation from the terms and conditions of LOI, mostly in the unit cost, like satin and
सभी को आ गया.
so earlier also we have suggested. So earlier also we have suggested that any prior approval of NFFTC is to be sought. It is required to be sought. So this was the first phase. So we have considered from our side itself, but kindly note that in future, in whatever division is there in terms of LOI, prior approval from NFFTC may be sought earlier.
Yeah, so many teams, sir, like Pahal is the latest. They also had some issues with that. So Mr. Ujawal can discuss about that.
Hey,
Others,
so what was the gap between LOI and the final letter? He was trying to make us understand. His voice was not clear. So can we request to repeat once again?
It was actually basically pertaining to the unit cost of the project. What we sanctioned is 40,000 per unit. But what you implemented goes beyond 40,000, the unit cost. So in that
Okay. You are talking about disbursement amount, right? So you have restricted us to lend not beyond 40,000 and we lended around 55,000. Right, sir?
Yeah, that unit cost we have sanctioned as per the proposal you have submitted to us. After that, you got my point. Accordingly,
Okay, got it. Huh.
that was the point. So any deviation that is accepted, but prior approval is required to be.
So this time we can do that, we can enhance to 60,000 and then whether we lend 40 or 50, then you do not have any challenge, right, sir?
No issue. Yes, correct.
Okay, we will. So what happens, sir? At some point of time, we realize that when we have some follow-up queries, there is nobody to entertain us in a structured and organized way. So that time also we were trying to establish communication, and we have been told that this is a tentative amount. So you put it in this way, and accordingly we have made the proposal. So now we got the clarity that we have to do accordingly.
because it was also our first time of lending and new ventures it was for us also. So now we have clarified the things and we have better picture, clear picture now. So we can easily this should get smoothly. Isn't
Understood, sir. Understood.
so, madam, as you are telling, phase one, all three NBFC MFIs, apart from has submitted 100% UC against 7.5 crore disbursed. Now we will discuss why able to submit the UC. Second point.
Yeah, so exactly my point where Amitesh ji has clearly mentioned that we also had this query about the unit costing, and somewhere we feel that even the our colleague Rajiv ji is there who is handling the field of BR. So we find out that gap about caste certificate also, and somewhere with the loan amount also. But as we are not able to go beyond 30,000, somewhere this project got in a bottleneck at our end, and there are multiple stakeholders on that where which keeps on changing. And I guess 2 months back this project reached to me, so when I take over this, and then this stuck part, just few days back I have in contact with Sangeeta ji, and she has given me the previous meeting minutes, and then we go to that, and then we come to know about the issue what we have, which is already resolved in the caste certificate thing. And then we started the rest of the disbursement from this month only, and we have already created pipeline of almost 3 crore, which is going to disburse in very few days, and rest of the amount also we are going to complete in this month. And also there is only one feedback which we have raised just 1 or 2 days back, and yesterday only I was talking with Sangeeta ji that we also might require a loan amount of 40,000, which is very strong requirement from field. We haven't gone beyond 30,000 till now, but yeah, definitely in future, and maybe whenever we are going to do for the phase two pilot, we definitely require the amount of 40,000 or maybe 45,000.
No, we are flexible about it. Whatever 55, 40,000 and 45,000 unit cost projects you want to implement, you identify it and take prior approval from NSFDC. That is the only
Yes.
it does.
Yes, yes, definitely. So even before we implement this project, or even I create that product, before that I'll going to take approval from your end, and then only we will proceed with the higher loan amount.
नहीं नहीं आप कर लिए राजेश बिहारी
So the documentation point is over.
So actually, we are not even aware about we can take some gram panchayat that certification from about the caste. We only relying to the government certificate, and which is very difficult to get. Most of them have not applied, or if they have applied, then they only have received the original certificate was not there with the client. So these were the issues which we are not able to get.
Okay, this was discussed earlier also, but I will request my CGM Mr. Rajesh Bihari to highlight on this point.
I think Gram Panchayat, if Gram Panchayat is providing the certificate, that is also acceptable.
Yes, correct. So before 10 days only, Sangeeta ji has given me that clarification, and we are proceeding accordingly.
Gram Panchayat is the group of the
Village Panchayat only.
village Panchayat
Organized body है.
Yes.
लोग पंचायत समिति की जो भी होती है.
तो ग्राम पंचायत से अगर सर्टिफिकेट चलेगा एंड व्हाट यू टोल्ड जो यूनिट कॉस्ट है ना आप यदि कर भी देते हैं तो व्हेन यू आर सबमिटिंग द डिटेल्स यू जस्ट राइट दैट देयर वाज a need so we have given more than 40,000
Based on ground reality something.
just give a clarification or some sort of while submitting that we will adjust.
Sure.
Mr. Ujjwal, to what time you will be able to submit the EC complete for 7.5?
By end of this month.
By 31st December.
Yes.
Actually, Ujjwal ji, we wanted to highlight that your other institution, they have already submitted and they are in the phase of availing further fund. So if you complete this, you can also avail further fund from NSFDC.
Yes, yes, definitely, and we are very keen to do that, and that's why we haven't raised the request of the second phase fund. Before that, we want to also complete this exercise, and in this month, we are very keen to complete that and avail the next phase in next month.
Yes, here I would like to inform also. Sir, Pearl has availed fund late also.
Okay.
In July we have disbursed.
Yes. Okay.
Actually, there are some leadership changes at Pahel's end, and the person who is spokesperson for this has resigned, and this follow-up thing has been vanished somewhere, and now things are in place again. So we are back on the track.
Okay.
Okay. So this was about phase one, sir. Now we coming to phase two. Rupees 10 crore each for MP, Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Assam, Tripura, and other states of your interest can be considered. But till date, we have received only one proposal from ESA, Kolkata, that too for implementation in the state of Andhra. We would like to know the status of other NBF.
So we have received this clarity, I think, few days back, and earlier you were restricting us to lend in MP and Gujarat, and then we felt that because of stricter riders, because you were asking us to lend to SC/ST portfolio only, 100% loans should be disbursed in that portfolio. Therein also we want some flexibility. When we design a group of 5 women or 10 women in a center, then 100% of the customers are not from SC/ST community, right? So we want that flexibility, that at least 3 to 4 members can be given loan to other than SC/ST also. Otherwise, what happens? 6 members are getting loan on a subsidized interest rate, and the 4 members, they are getting loan on non-subsidized from our book. So group dynamics and group constitution has a question mark, and there is a lot of unrest at group level and center level. So that is one challenge we have faced at ground level. So we have also requested that at least you allow us that 75% of your fund get utilized in SC/ST, and the 25% you give us liberty to lend in other communities. So that will help us to deploy fund more aggressively, and this is the kind of flexibility is essentially required for us to lend more in coming days, right, sir? Second thing, you have already taken care of that. You have given us the flexibility to lend in any other states basis on our request, so we can incorporate those things and again forward that request to you. And third thing is that our operational cost, because of risk premium and higher technological intervention, is going high. So it is difficult for us to manage in this kind of cushion which you have provided to us. So there also we want a bit of flexibility. So 3 things from our side. We wanted kind of clarity from your side that will boost up to move to take it forward.
So let us start from the last one. You told that administrative cost is increasing and some flexibility. Flexibility is what support you want from us. What exactly?
So right now I think we are lending on 18%. Maninder, if I'm not wrong.
No, 15%.
15%. And our OPEX is around 10%, right? So 12%, right? So, overall cost. So we have a margin of 10% right now, right?
Yes.
So we wanted a bit of enhancement. Either you allow us to lend at 16%, 16.5%, then we will have a better cushion at operational level, because we have not accounted for risk premium. If loan goes back, then there will be a hit on our loan book. So we wanted to accommodate that risk premium also in initial our operational cost model. So this is the kind of request that we should at least enjoy 11% of margin to cover our future kind of risk which we anticipate, because at times geography behave very differently, and in recent RBI regulation also they have allowed us to charge as per the risk premium of the geography. So all these areas where you wanted us to work, these are operationally difficult areas, and the operational cost is comparatively high in as compared to other areas, because selection of borrowers and all these things require greater efforts, greater screening is required. So I think it has enhanced our operational cost. So these things are actually contributing.
अच्छा ठीक है तो your other colleagues should also express their view. You see, recently we have enhanced the limit from 7.5 to 10 crores. So recently the board has approved and we are implementing it. So immediately enhancing again the rate of interest will be very difficult for us.
नहीं, उसमें क्या था ना, 7.5% में तो सर कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता था. That's why you realize that कि 2-2.5 साल तक आप lending नहीं कर पाए. We were in touch with Sadhan and you guys and nothing worked out. Then you realized, you understood the ground realities and you made a middle arrangement. हम लोगों ने भी उस समय, I think if I recall our initial discussion, because I'm part of the entire, right from initiation level till delivery level I'm involved. So what we have realized that this is the first time, let us move ahead, and then in next tranche, if there is some provision of further accommodation, it can be entertained. This is what it was told earlier. So this was the ground reality, sir.
Amitesh, what is your normal rate of lending otherwise?
Namaskar.
हमारी not of normal rate of lending to borrowers is right now, I will tell you the industry average rate of lending is 25.5%.
So can I suggest something?
Yeah.
Namaskar.
This is Namaste. So this is, I was listening, Sangeeta was there, I was listening your conversation. So what I can suggest, like this is an evolving product, right? So at a point of time, it was 100% your this, this risk power had to be given by microfinance institution. Now we have moved to 10%. All these things have happened. So when we are developing a product, we do it mostly like the snowballing and also like in a very adaptive way. So if when we are going to the newer geography, in line with this RBI's new guidelines, if we can, last time we didn't give any risk like this insurance thing for the MFI. So this time, if we can use this formula of this risk premium, adding risk premium to your operation side, like 10% plus risk premium, possibly it will work. So in the geography, if Midland is in, for example, if Midland is extending loans in Uttarakhand with 1% risk premium. So they can also add 1% in the geography of Uttarakhand. If they're doing it with 1.5% in Himachal Pradesh, and if they are extending the loans in Himachal, then it will be 10% plus 1.5%. I'm not talking about your this Midland. I'm talking about overall. If we can do like this, possibly it will be helpful to take the things forward. These are the suggestions. These are the product development phase. So these are the challenges. What we bring? We bring the challenges. We bring the reality, and now we have to discuss on it, and we can take it forward. So that's the way we can take it forward. Because we are also, Mr. Rao was also, talking to me that he wants to extend in newer geographies, and we were also doing some work around it. So if we can do like that,
If you
because these are
want
the
to make
genuine
this program,
challenges.
if you want to make this program more sustainable, inclusive, and outreach, you wanted to enhance it, then you have to accommodate these changes.
So it has to be adopted in line with the like operations of microfinance institutions.
Yes.
So I'm not
yes.
telling that you have to open up everything, but the thing is that this is also this all the responsibility, all the risk appetite, all the risk thing is on our microfinance institutions, right? If they're taking 100 rupees from you, they have to repay 100 rupees to you. So the risk is at the end of the microfinance institution. If you give this risk quotient,
Risk premium is the life insurance premium you are talking.
Next, sir, risk premium is that wherein we are reaching to those geographies wherein our operational cost is also high, and the customers which are based out in that geography, they are not exposed to credit behavior. So there is uncertainty that how they will behave. So there is equal likelihood that 1 or 2% of the customers may go into default. So then there will be a direct hit in onto the balance sheet of the company. So we want to adjust that risk premium into our operational cost. If something goes wrong, or probably few of the customers who are likely to default, so this can be accommodated beforehand. So that kind of risk premium we are talking of, sir.
It means the rate of interest at that time will be higher. If it is 50%,
so I think 1.5% will solve our purpose. We are not requesting for a very big jump. So the adjustment is around 1.5% depending upon the geography which we guys are working.
And we can listen from other colleagues also over
Yes, we can request other people also to participate.
here.
Yes.
So if we can get the views of other people, other institutions, we can listen. So
you are taking.
साइमन जी आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा. Your voice is not coming clear, Mr. Paul.
Acha, Subhashish is there, then Ujjwal is there. So Subhashish,
आप already
So I am also of the same opinion, but since we are following the individual lending, we have bifurcated it in a total separate way. So we are disbursing the previous 7.5 crore we have disbursed a separate set of clients and separate set of groups, and the credit loss. So what Animesh ji has told, I agree with it. Credit loss percentage should be incorporated in the so cost of borrowing, and also automatically should come in the interest cost. So I agree with him, but okay. So we have managed in the last case, and this time we are also agree that we will be able to manage. But if it is incorporated, then it will be beneficial for everybody.
One thing I would like to know, that you are taking life insurance also of the beneficiary.
This life insurance is on the payment basis, because what we collect, that we pass to the insurance partners. So that is
there to protect the interest of customers.
No, that is there.
Yeah.
No, that is there to protect the loss out of the principal. So the principal portion is insured with the so whatever the insurance provider is, and if something happens to the clients, then the insurance agent or insurance provider will be providing us with the money, and we will be passing, or directly will go to the client's account. So that there is no relation between the insurance and the credit loss. Credit loss is totally different thing, because it is.
I understood. Please clarify that you are in other cases, other than NSFDC, you are also taking life insurance of the beneficiary. Correct. And you are paying insurance premium. So you are ultimately collecting from the beneficiary, no?
What? LIC? Life insurance. Yeah, we are collecting.
Last year, yes, we had this 12.5 crores. This was raised, and that time we adopted the flexible approach, and we told that you can start from the beneficiary. So this was the question at that time raised. We understood.
Yeah, we understand that.
But
there is a difference. What
is the risk?
That's the death of this one. This one is the risk. So death is included in that risk, but this is more than over and above that one. It is
What we
this newer geography we are going, newer clients we are going. They were never been exposed to any your face default, face your repayment. They have never been access the loan from anywhere in most of the cases. So in that case, the risk is higher. That's what Amitesh was telling, that if we can get the risk quotient side.
We appreciate, but this question has come for the first time. Before, earlier only life insurance premium, we resolve that. But this is the first time when this question is also taken.
Right. So when we are rolling, we are also getting
I understand your problem.
When we are rolling the new product, we get to expose different kind of risk and other. So this is why our whole initiative is to
So, well, sir, you are not audible at the right way. You are not audible. So, I think some
Connectivity issue is there, Mr. Paul.
yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Anji.
Hello. Am I audible?
तो आप बताएं कहाँ कहाँ और हो सकता है, which state you can cover, and this matter we will discuss it. अब तो we cannot give the solution. अभी हमारे board meeting में we have announced the limit from 7.5 to 10 crores. Further, I think if it is, I am fully sure that it will be successful. Gradually, it will increase. So you can think that in terms of quantum of the volume of the this business, you can slightly try to compensate. And we are also noting it down. In future, we will discuss about it, take it this matter to our higher management. But for the time being, because we have already circulated to all of you, and now we are giving 10 crores, which certainly will further increase in third phase. So we request that please implement this. If you feel that there are certain areas where risk is high, you can shift to those areas where risk is or your operational cost is comparatively less.
Sir, you have to understand in a different way. Your interpretation is not aligned what we are trying to convey, sir. I think Sadhan officials will establish individual communication with you and they will share representation what we wanted to convey. You are comparing credit life insurance with the risk premium. We are talking two different things. Credit life insurance is protecting the interest of client. If in an
अमितेश जी, आप you try to understand my point. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि the life insurance matter was earlier raised and we resolved.
Resolved, yes.
I'm not comparing, both are separate thing.
नहीं, ये हमें समझ में आ गया है कि इस बार आप कंसीडर नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन अगर आपको क्लैरिटी नहीं होगी तो सर अगली बार भी चैलेंज आएगी। इसलिए हम लोग आपको दोबारा बता रहे हैं सर कि हमारी रिजर्वेशंस क्या है।
There is no confusion. We are also dealing such type of business in pan India level. So there is no confusion. But we think that both are related to risk coverage. In life insurance also, you are insuring the person's life, so that he is alive, or if he is not alive, then he can that some sort of insurance will be there for the life of the person.
वन थिंग यू सेड कि आप वहां लैंड मत कीजिए जहां पे आपको रिस्क दिखता है, तो रिस्क ऐसे नहीं एंटिसिपेट होता है सर, रिस्क अनप्रेडिक्टेबल होता है। कई बार अनप्रेडिक्टेबल रिस्क के अगेंस्ट हम लोग रिस्क के प्रोविजन करते हैं। अगर सारा कुछ अगर रिस्क पता ही होगा फिर तो कोई गलती नहीं होगी सर। बट व्हेन वी इनहैंस आवर आउटरीच, द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम इज टू इनहैंस आउटरीच, राइट? सो इट मे हैपन, देयर इज अ लाइक दैट
मैंने ये कहा because this is a government organization, one person cannot take the decision. Even if I fully appreciate your concern, but one person, only my CMD, cannot take the decision.
Agreed, sir. We are just interpreting it so that you understand our concerns, and we are okay with it. This time we may accommodate, sir. But going forward, if you want to enhance this program at different level, I think this kind of support is required. This is what I'm trying to say.
Sure. It will be done definitely positively, because see, earlier also we have accommodated many things relating to caste certificate, relating to that. So relating to number of days we have increased. So we have increased. So we will take it point by point and step by step. Sir, I just wanted to say you that if you feel you pointed out some remote areas, hilly areas, so I just giving a slight hint that if you find that risk is more in a particular area, you can shift to, though it is very difficult to predict the risk. But my only perception was, if you feel that credit culture in some area is not good, or risk due to hilly terrain and all these things is difficult, is more. So if possible, you can
मेरा जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग बना इस प्रोग्राम का कि ऑब्जेक्टिव यही है कि हम लोग दूर दराज के एरियाज में जाके बेनिफिशरीज को आइडेंटिफाई करके हम उनको लाभ पहुंचा सके। लेकिन क्योंकि सर अर्बन एरियाज और सेमी अर्बन एरियाज में ऑलरेडी जो बेनिफिशरीज हैं उनके पास लॉट ऑफ अल्टरनेटिव सोर्स ऑफ फंड्स है। नबार्ड भी कर रही है, सिडबी के भी अपने प्रोग्राम्स हैं, वहां पे भी एक्सेस ऑफ फंड चीपर है। The objective of getting ourselves associated with you is that we should enhance this outreach into difficult terrain so that the actual beneficiary who have yet not availed the loan, they should get benefited out of this program. So I think this should be a larger intention and objective of such kind of association. इस intention को हम लोगों ने ऐसे लिया है सर।
बिल्कुल आपने सही लिया है, and I appreciate. I not only the whole this NSFDC appreciate this time also. Few days in the previous week there was a board meeting and the progress was asked. हमने आपका progress बताया, appraise and praise you also that how they are working in a difficult areas. So everybody, our board members appreciated it, and certainly we want to go ahead. काफी दूर तक आपके साथ चलना चाहते हैं कि बिजनेस हमारा ग्रो करे। आपकी जो परेशानी है दैट इज आल्सो आवर परेशानी, आवर डिफिकल्टी, बिकॉज यू आर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग हैंड एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल, यू आर फेसिंग द प्रॉब्लम। सो वी विल सर्टेनली ट्राई टू रिमूव द प्रॉब्लम व्हिच यू आर फेसिंग। हमसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आप खुद कर रहे हैं ग्राउंड लेवल पर, लेकिन मैं केवल ये आपको हाँ
Yes,
कि
sir.
अभी नहीं हो
So,
सकता।
it's like Manish Mittal from starting right here, sir. So we
हाँ,
are
हाँ,
from
Manish.
starting right here. So
Manish.
we are also at the same view what Aditesh is saying. So we
Yeah.
are also facing the difficulty with respect to the ROI which you have proposed us to charge, no charging of the processing fees, no charging of the insurance, concentration or limitation with respect to the states of disbursement and this premium. What Aditesh is saying, we are totally aligned with that. So because in order to take the further exposure, we request if we can got the relaxation in these points, so that will be help us to extend the portfolio. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to extend this portfolio.
इंश्योरेंस का हमें इसमें इंश्योरेंस वाला कुछ आप बताएं।
अच्छा अमिकेश जी, मैं आपकी बात बहुत गौर से सुन रहा था। तो आपने कहा कि आप बहुत मुश्किल क्षेत्रों में काम करते हैं, तो हम भी आपके जो मुश्किलों को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं। मैं दूसरी तरीके से आपके संस्थानों को लाभ देने की बात कह रहा हूँ, क्योंकि ये जो हम आपको एनबीएफसी एमएफआई को फंड करते हैं, वो एक तरीके से हमारा बैंक रिफाइनेंस मॉडल को ही हमने एक्सटेंड किया है। बैंक्स को में भी हम ऐसा करते हैं कि उनको 2 या 1% पे फंड देते हैं और आगे उनको 3% का उसकी बॉरोवर्स के लिए रेट बैंक रेट से रिड्यूस करके 5, 6 या 7 लगाने के लिए हम लोग कहते थे। तो वो लोग भी वही कहते थे, सर जब हम रिफाइनेंस क्लेम सबमिट करते हैं स्टैंडर्ड अकाउंट्स के लिए तो 100 में से 100 रिपे कर रहे होते हैं, लेकिन आप एक बार रिफाइनेंस दे देते हो और ड्यूरिंग द रिपेमेंट साइकिल क्या होता है कि उसमें से 10% लोगों का एनपीए हो जाता है। एनपीए होने के बावजूद हमें आपको आपका रेट तो देते देना पड़ता है, तो 10% के लिए हमें हिट लेना पड़ता है। तो और उन्होंने 3% की स्प्रेड की वृद्धि करने के लिए कहा, तो अभी हमने अपनी नीति में उनका जो क्रेडिट उसी तरीके से एनबीएफसी एमएफआई मॉडल में पहले हम 4+8 में ऑपरेट करते थे, 4% पे स्प्रेड फंड देते थे एनबीएफसी एमएफआई को और 8% का स्प्रेड देते थे। तो एनबीएफसी एमएफआई ऑल अलोंग ये रिप्रेजेंट करते थे कि 8% में हमारे कॉस्ट कवर नहीं होंगे, तो सीधे हमने 8 से बढ़ा के 9 को प्रपोज किया था। लेकिन डिस्कशन के समय पता चला कि 9 भी पूरा नहीं होगा, तो हमने उसको 10 कर दिया और हमने मार्जिनली अपना भी लैंडिंग रेट बढ़ा के 5 कर दिया। तो 5 + 10 को पर हम ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं और ये पहला मॉड्यूल हमने लॉन्च किया है, 1 साल भी मुश्किल से नहीं हुआ है। तो अभी 10 को 11 या 11.5 या 12 करने में बहुत मुश्किल होगी, हमारा बोर्ड मानेगा नहीं। तो हम अलग तरीके से आपको एक लाभ देने की बात आपको कर रहे हैं, गौर से सुनिए। अगर हम लोग की एक इंसेंटिव स्कीम फॉर बैंक्स है, तो उसी इंसेंटिव स्कीम फॉर बैंक्स को हम एक्सटेंड करके इंसेंटिव स्कीम फॉर एनबीएफसी एमएफआई पार्टनर्स करके हम लोग एक बार बना रहे हैं, पीएमडी के और बोर्ड से अप्रूवल से हम इसको जल्दी लॉन्च कर देंगे। उस स्कीम में बस एकदम 3 पैरामीटर है जो इजीली आपका जो एमएफआई अचीव कर सकते हैं। वो पैरामीटर जो बैंक की स्कीम में मैं आपको बताऊं, continuously taking fund from us for 3 years, number 1. Number 2, whatever fund you are taking within stipulated time giving UC, मतलब यूसी लेवल सर्टेन लेवल होना चाहिए, 80% के ऊपर ही है, एक हम पैरामीटर बना देते हैं। और तीसरा, ये जो भी आप हमसे फंड ले रहे हो उसकी 100% रिकवरी हो। तो ये तीनों आपके लिए सेटिस्फाई करना बहुत इजी है। तो बैंक्स के केस में प्रेजेंटली हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि जो भी बैंक्स और आरआरबी पार्टनर्स हमारे 3 कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई कर रहे हैं, तो उनको ईयर ऑन ईयर हम 10 लाख की कैश इंसेंटिव दे देते हैं अंडर द परफॉर्मेंस इंसेंटिव स्कीम। तो इसी तरीके की इंसेंटिव स्कीम अगर हम एनबीएफसी एमएफआई को एक्सटेंड कर देते हैं, और हो सकता है कि 10 लाख 5 लाख हो या 7.5 लाख हो या 10 लाख पर ही रखे, यूटिलाइजेशन लेवल 80 की जगह हम 90 कर दें या कुछ ऐसा करें, 2-3 इजी पैरामीटर जो आप फुलफिल कर सकते हैं और कंटिन्यूटी इन परफॉर्मेंस शो कर सकते हैं, तो साल दर साल आपको हम जो भी 5 लाख या 7.5 या 10 लाख का इंसेंटिव डिसाइड और अप्रूव होगा, वो इंसेंटिव हम अलग से आपको देंगे। तो उसको अलग तरीके से वो आपका जो आप बोल रहे हैं ना, जो क्रेडिट लॉस या रिस्क, उसको थोड़ा सा कॉम्पेंसेट करेगा। तो इस पे आपका क्या विचार है?
नहीं सर, उसको फ्लैट रखने की जगह परसेंटेज में लेके आइए, क्योंकि अगर हमारा एयूएम बड़ा है, आप उसको 10 लाख 20 करोड़ डिप्लॉय करने वाले को भी आप उतना ही दोगे, 50 करोड़ डिप्लॉय करने वाले को भी उतना ही दोगे, तो आई थिंक अमाउंट अट्रैक्टिव नहीं होगा। तो उसको अगर आप परसेंटेज में करोगे कि जिसका जितना बड़ा एयूएम और उसका कुछ परसेंटेज, तो आई थिंक इट विल सॉल्व आवर पर्पस। और उसमें 2-3 चीजें हैं कि आप रिकवरी की बात करते हो, अगर क्लाइंट से हम अगर रिकवर नहीं भी कर पा रहे हैं तो हम आपको पे कर रहे हैं, तो आप उसको इंस्टीट्यूशनल लेवल रिकवरी के साथ कनेक्ट करो, ना कि क्लाइंट लेवल रिकवरी के साथ करो, राइट? क्योंकि फिर वहां पे आप सीए सर्टिफिकेट मांगोगे, फिर कोई सीए हमें लिख के नहीं देगा, वो स्टेटमेंट मांगेगा और 1-2 क्लाइंट तो डिफॉल्ट करेंगे, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता। नहीं तो फिर हम लोग कोऑर्डिनेटिव मेथड्स ऑफ रिकवरी, आरबीआई की दूसरी गाइडलाइंस है और इतनी बड़ी बुक लेके हम लोग बैठे हैं, तो ओवरऑल गाइडलाइंस को हम लोग ऑनर नहीं कर पाएंगे। वी आल्सो हैव सर्टेन लिमिटेशन ऑफ ब्रिंगिंग बैक आवर एरियाज रिकवरी, राइट? सो आई थिंक देयर वी विल बी फेसिंग चैलेंजेस। तो इसको थोड़ा आप इंस्टीट्यूशन लेवल पे रखो। आई थिंक इट इज मीनिंगफुल सर, बट इट शुड कम इनटू परसेंटेज, नॉट एज एन ब्लैंकेट एंड फ्लैट अमाउंट। 7 लाख 10 लाख रुपए सर कुछ भी नहीं होगा मोटिवेशन, अगर हम लोग आप एईओ में स्पेसिफिक करोगे और फ्लैट करोगे, उसको आप परसेंटेज में लेके आओगे, आई थिंक इट विल सॉल्व आवर प्रॉब्लम। और उसको सर आप ट्रांजैक्शन के साथ कनेक्ट करो। फॉर एग्जांपल आपने 10 करोड़ का हमें डिसबर्समेंट दिया, तो उस 10 करोड़ के डिसबर्समेंट के 6 महीने के बाद आप उस 10 करोड़ के अगेंस्ट हमें परसेंटेज में कुछ आप रिटर्न करो, मतलब इंसेंटिवाइज करो, ना कि ईयर के साथ कनेक्ट करो। हो सकता है एक ईयर में हमने 2 ट्रेंच ले लिया, तो फिर हम हमारे लिए बहुत मीगर अमाउंट होगा और क्वांटम अट्रैक्शन नहीं बिल्ड करेगा एमएफआईज के लिए सर।
ठीक है, मैंने नोट कर लिया आपके पॉइंट्स।
I have raised other queries also. I think sir हम लोग one by one सारी queries को एक बार understand कर लें। We are not anticipating कि सारी चीजें resolve हो जाए, लेकिन आप लोग के consideration में हो, so that in further enhancement it can be accommodated.
ठीक है, श्योर। तो हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि बाकी लोगों का भी अब डिमांड आए, so that we could release the second phase about 10 crores। और जिस स्टेज में आप करना चाहते हैं,
Sir, this side from Saturn, Manish from Saturn. Sir, for this first 2 months, January and February, we don't foresee any kind of fund we can get it from you, because we have a liquidity, and also because of qualifying as a challenge we need to maintain on quarter basis. So for this January and February, I am not looking if we can draw down your funds anymore, sir.
okay. But are you sure you will take it in March?
I'm not sure about March, but visibility of the March is there. But Jan and Feb for sure, we are not able to draw down your funds.
In that case, we will think over to divert to some other entities who can avail that.
Yeah, it will be, if it possibility is there, then it would be great, sir. There is no issue with this.
Okay. अमितेश जी, आपका प्रपोजल कब तक आ जाएगा? So you are muted.
सॉरी जनवरी में आई थिंक जैसा मनीष बोल रहे थे सारी एमएफआईज को क्वालिफाइंग एसेट्स मेंटेन करने का एक चैलेंज है तो एवरी टाइम वी आर एक्चुअली इक्वली फंडेड एंड देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ लिक्विडिटी आल्सो लाइंग तो आई थिंक जनवरी का विजिबिलिटी हम लोग के पास नहीं है हम लोग प्रोग्राम में जरूर पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे बिकॉज हमें ये रियलाइज होता है कि इस प्रोग्राम से हम लोग क्लाइंट लेवल पे कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग उनको सपोर्ट कर पा रहे हैं और एक इमेज बिल्डिंग एक्सरसाइज भी हम लोग एज ए इंस्टीट्यूशन बिकॉज bureaucrats and the government institutions and all those district commissioners and collectors they always appreciate that we are able to lend on 15-16% rate of interest तो हम लोग इसको इस नजरिए से देख रहे हैं कि हम लोग एज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन हम लोग कुछ बेनिफिशरीज को हम लोग मदद कर पा रहे हैं तो फरवरी लास्ट वीक तक आई थिंक माय ट्रेजरी हेड मिस्टर Bhimanshu is already there on call. So Bhimanshu, if you can comment on it, do we have certain visibility in March Feb?
Yes, so sure, sir. As you were saying that for January we already have some pipelines which we need to take. So there is no visibility for January. For Feb end, we will make sure in the first week of Feb whether we will take in Feb or March. But we will surely participate in this fund. But we will confirm by the end of January or in the first week of Feb.
Okay, thank you. Bhimanshu, at least in January you take the sanction from us because see this will be the last quarter for us, so we can allocate that amount to you. Because some financial things are also
request application हम लोग drop कर देंगे इसी week में sir, don't worry sir, we'll do that.
Yes. So
if you will sanction, you mentioned there that we can take the disbursement. You will give us some time to take the disbursement. Then we can take sanction in January.
Yes. Okay. We will do that.
ड्रॉडाउन का एक आप हमें विंडो दे दीजिएगा 60 to 90 डेज का तो आई थिंक वी विल बी कंफर्टेबल इन दैट
क्या 60 to 90 डेज तो ठीक है
ड्रॉडाउन का विंडो ये नहीं सर सैंक्शन के बाद फिर आप हमें बोलिए जल्दी से अवेल करो तो वो एक चैलेंज रहेगा हमारे लिए पे सर
बिफोर मार्च
yes we will do it
Sir, one point I want to take clarity, right? So what will be the tag for deploying the fund of this tranche? Because if we avail the fund, for example, if we avail the fund in February, right? And it was mentioned that this fund is for the financial year 23-24, right? But deploying the similar fund in the 1 month will be a challenge, right? So just want to understand what will be the tag for deployment of this fund.
So for that we have given 90 days time period for utilization. Irrespective.
Yes. So just request to increase this tag also because we are landing in a the policies and other things, right? I just request to extend it to minimum 120 days because it will help us to ensure the proper utilization and identify the right beneficiaries.
No, that is not a big thing, Himanshu ji. Actually, once the LOI is issued, that is the standard terms and conditions. If you require more time for implementation, you give me a request in between and we will consider it positively. That is
so before availing the fund, you can do the groundwork and then you can avail the fund and within 90 days. 90 days also sufficient.
ड्रॉडाउन के 90 डेज बाद या फिर सैंक्शनिंग के 90 डेज क्या बोल रहे हैं सर थोड़ा क्लैरिटी दीजिए आफ्टर ड्रॉडाउन सॉरी
फंड रिलीज के बाद 90 डेज
फंड रिलीज से 90 डेज
सैंक्शन से नहीं सैंक्शन लेकर के आप ग्राउंड वर्क कर ले जब आपको लगे कि यू आर रेडी टू अवेल द फंड एंड डिसबर्स टू द बेनिफिशियरी आप उस समय फंड ले लीजिए एंड मैक्सिमम within 90 days you have to utilize the fund and
sir it actually doesn't happen the way you are saying sir because in microfinance the operations are being run in a different way. So once you receive application, you have to lend within 3 to 4 days. You have to take a credit call, right, sir? So as other gentleman has said that if we want more time, we will place a request. Otherwise, deploying 10 crore of fund is not a challenge for us. 90 days. What generally happens, because he's a credit guy, he understands ground realities. What generally happens after the closure of financial year, generally for bank or any financial institution, April, May are those months wherein the business is slow. So that's why we are anticipating that the deployment may take much of time, but I think we will try to close it within 90 days. If else it is required, we will place a new request to you, sir. That liberty we wanted it beforehand.
Okay, sir, we will do that. And one more facility I will tell, perhaps we have earlier also told. हमारे पास एक there is a facility for awareness camp. If you are organizing awareness camp, we can provide financial assistance up to 25,000 per camp. यदि कुछ गैदरिंग करना है, उनको बुलाकर कुछ awareness create करना है, you can do that.
So these are 5,000 rupees per camp, or any number of camp we can organize, sir. What is the number of camps per institution you allow us to do?
For a camp, it is 25,000.
So how many camps you wanted to organize? थोड़ा बता देंगे तो हम लोग we can.
सर अभी RBI का एक DA प्रोग्राम है, उसमें तो एक इंस्टीट्यूशन ने कम से कम 700-800 कैंप लगाए हैं. तो I think that's why we wanted to clarity.
We think 4 or 5 camps will be reasonable. Like that.
Okay, sir. So it's good to hear that you support in those direction also, sir. So we wanted to come out with all these incentive programs or support which you do without our request, sir. Right, sir? Whatever experiences which you are getting from other financial institution or banks, so proactively kindly download us so that we also feel motivated, sir, to engage further. You must be smelling the kind of challenges we actually face to deploy your funds, sir, because it's not easy. There is a lot of hardship also. We are grown-up institutions, sir. There is a lot of software-related challenges. We need to have some dedicated people to monitor it. Your compliances are bit stricter than other institutions, and deploying them within a group wherein we are charging 25.5% interest and yours is 15%. So operationally it is very difficult to manage it, sir. So we wanted all these incentives to be downloaded to us beforehand, sir. अगर कुछ और भी है सर आपके किटी में तो पहले ही बता दीजिए सर.
अभी जैसे हमने इंसेंटिव स्कीम की बात की, तो मैं बनकर जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक ड्राफ्ट इंसेंटिव स्कीम बना दें और आपके भी जो व्यू पॉइंट्स है उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करते हुए हम लोग साधन और आपसे कंसल्टेशन भी कर लेंगे.
राइट सर, और हम लोग चाहेंगे सर कि इसी ड्रॉ डाउन से ये इम्प्लीमेंट हो.
मिस्टर उज्जवल फ्रॉम पहल, सेकंड फेज में कब तक आ जाएगा प्रपोजल, मिस्टर उज्जवल?
So by this month and we are completing our first phase, and then also like any of our finance member is not able to join the call today, so I just need to check the ratios of liquidity of fund and everything, but we are very keen to avail, so if not in January, then we mostly will avail the fund in February.
Okay, in that case, like I have explained to Amitesh, you can take sanction in January so that I can reserve the fund for you. You can take it in February or March as per your convenience. Okay, Mr. Idwar?
Yes, sure, thanks.
एक रिक्वेस्ट और था सर, जो मैंने शुरू में पूछा था कि आप एक हमें 75% अलाउ कीजिए कि हम लोग ऐसी कम्युनिटी में लैंड करें और रेस्ट 25% की लिबर्टी दीजिए कि हम लोग ओबीसी और अदर कम्युनिटीज को भी लैंड कर पाए, क्योंकि हम लोग ग्रुप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में इसको ब्लेंड करते हैं तो हमें चैलेंजेस आती है. आई थिंक उस पर हम आपका ओपिनियन जानना चाहेंगे सर.
And support to, sir, sorry to interrupt, but I am also supporting this what point raised by Amitesh ji, because we are also facing the same challenge in field, that it is very difficult to blend the whole group in a single community, and also it's maybe at a risk level it is also on a higher side. So definitely we, if you can suggest something on this.
नहीं आप जो
I
ग्रुप
think
लर्निंग कर रहे
I
हैं
think we have already started discussion on this OBC and ST, this finance corporation, to bring, and we are looking forward for discussion with minority commission also. So if we get support, this kind of support from all these finance, this corporation, then our fund will be cheaper and we can extend the fund at lower cost with sustainability. So we have already started that work. But one thing which I would request the NSFDC group, that we need a report from your end, that they say it is a two-pager note which is very much necessary for us, that on the modification of the earlier project, earlier scheme, modification of the scheme, and how is it operating, because we need to also put it forward to our board as well as Reserve Bank of India, that this initiative is going on along with NSFDC. And it has to be very faster. And the second thing I would request NSFDC, that till now, I know that you have done it. Till now, if we, whatever meeting, like I think at least 8 to 10 meetings had happened since 4 5 years. If we can pull down all those reports, all those minutes of the meeting, and if you can send it to us, we will develop a note on it along with your note.
Yes, sir. I would like to mention, we understand, or we also understand that this type of problems are coming in the group dynamism. तो हमने बोर्ड से इस पर किया था रिसेंटली present and the present circumstances, and as per the present rule we have to sanction to the cluster which is 100% SC dominated. ये हमने बोर्ड को रखा, इस पर डिस्कशन हुआ कि practically it is not possible. Board has approved the composition 70% and 30%. 70% SC and 30% other poor people. But that proposal has gone because it requires to make changes in our bylaw, in memorandum of association. So it has gone to the ministry for their waiting for higher level. Then we will go for change in this bylaws. So ROC permission, etc. will be required. So we are going in that way, but it will take some more time, maybe few months.
Perfectly fine. I know that it is.
So in that case, we will also come with a policy. Presently, we are giving loan to the individual. We can also frame a policy to give the loan to a cluster, SSGs, where 70% SC beneficiaries are there. So in that way, we will be in a better position to address your concern.
Tell your board to frame a policy to support the associations also.
बोर्ड ने पॉलिसी अप्रूव कर दिया है.
Board has approved the policy. Tell your board to frame a policy for the associations also, to give you support.
आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. Your voice is not coming clear, Simon.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. We struggled a lot to hear you, sir.
No, I can understand. I'm not using my computer. I'm using Sangeeta's computer because our boardrooms are like blocked. So I'm telling that please come up with a policy and ask your board to support associations also, to support this, to take this one forward.
नहीं, बोर्ड ने तो अप्रूव कर दिया है.
बोर्ड ने अप्रूव कर दिया नहीं for the associations.
enablers के लिए motivation required.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I mean, it's a very good thing that you have approached your board. Your board has actually agreed for the 70-30. What Amitesh was telling, that it is really tough to get 100% as your SC people.
Yes.
As your candidate. So, but it's a good one. And also, what Amitesh and other colleagues are telling, that try to understand our point, and when you will be talking to your board or whoever, this thing will be in back of your mind, and you can communicate to them well that this is the concern of the concern of the sector. This is how the product will be developed. Possibly in 1 year of time, it will be structured properly.
So any other point?
I think with all these comfort which you are planning to build going forward, then it will be easy for us to let when margin will get enhanced, incentives are there, you will allow us 70/30, then there will be a final request to enhance the quantum size also. Then 10 crore and 5 crore is very meager amount, then you can enhance the quantum size also to 25 crore, 30 crore, depending upon the institution appetite also. If all these riders which we have discussed is going to be implemented and that comfort is supposed to be built, then I think we can avail bigger quantum and we can enhance the outreach and we can support you in building the outreach across the nation.
Yeah, thank you, Amitesh ji, and thank you everybody for a very fruitful and good discussion. It has also given insight to us so that we can think forward, make a policy so that our relation.
मैं जब आपको भेजूं ना, आप इमीडिएटली उसको टास्क करके सेव कर लीजिए ऐसे ऐसे। जब मैं भेजूं ना कोई, तो आप ऐसे जाइए, यहाँ पे मोर है, कन्वर्ट टू इवेंट कर दीजिए। इवेंट करेंगे तो ऐसे आ जाएगा, सेव एंड क्लोज, वो आपको टिंग टिंग करेगा। राइट, चलो।